Good afternoon, fellow Guyanese. This afternoon, I want to continue our conversation on building a strategy to win. And that is what the Guyana Development Bank is all about. When the People's Progressive Party placed in its manifesto the formation of a Guyana Development Bank, it was geared towards building prosperity, enhancing income, empowering people, creating new businesses, and supporting small and medium-sized enterprises, taking families into a position of owning things. And that is what builds a winning strategy. But in life itself, whether it's a World Cup football, whether it's cricket, if your objective is to win and to succeed, then you have to have a strategy. A strategy that is built with an idea, a strategy that is supported with hard work, resilience, a strategy that is backed by the necessary investment, a strategy that is backed by the human capacity, a strategy in which you commit yourself to achieving certain goals, ideals, and results. A winning strategy requires focus, it requires dedication, it requires commitment. A winning strategy is one in which you convert your energy, your being into positivity. A winning strategy cannot be supportive from a position of negativity. And that is important as we embark on this journey of building small businesses, of empowering people. The Guyana Development Bank is about creating strategies at the individual and small business level that allows Guyanese to win, prosper, and succeed. The strategy has to be one that is sustainable and resilient, one that allows you to build an enterprise that would not last 2 weeks, a year, or 2 years, but an enterprise that would last a very long time, one that will continue to grow, one that will expand itself. And the Development Bank offers that seed, that important seed that would allow your ideas, your strategy, your plans to germinate. And then, of course, we will help you to mold that plant, to shape that plant, so that the branches of success and the fruit of thy labor shall be your reward. But to win, to have this winning strategy, we have to have a positive mindset. No batsman going out in a 2020 game can be successful if they go out with a negative mindset, worrying about the conditions of play, worrying about if they have to face the fastest bowler, worrying about failure. You have to create a positive mindset. And this is something I want every Guyanese to have as we embark on this journey together. The first phase of the Development Bank would create opportunities for thousands of Guyanese. We want every single person that will embark on a journey of success, a journey of fulfillment with the Guyana Development Bank to have a positive mindset. Let me say to you that this is a business opportunity. This is a loan that is interest-free and collateral-free, but it's not a grant. It is meant to allow you to build a business, to build prosperity, to build an enterprise, to build off of your creativity, to build off of your ideas, to support your ideas, to support your entrepreneurial spirit. It is not making a quick spin. The Development Bank is not, making a quick spin or a quick turnover or a quick transaction. That is not the strategy of the Development Bank. It is well thought out. That is why it has support mechanism and also a mechanism built in the organizational structure to allow you to grow, to incentivize the growth and development of your business from where you will start when this bank is launched. And in this winning strategy, you have to have an ecosystem to support your plan. If you're part of an organization, you have to have a team. If you're part of a football, if you have a part of a football team, you have to have your teammates who will pass the ball to you. You can be the best striker, but if you don't have a good midfield player or a partner that will allow you to score the goal, then you will not be successful in being the best striker. So you have to have an ecosystem to support you in being victorious or having a winning strategy. And that is why in the development bank structure itself, you will see that we build a support mechanism. We are building an ecosystem that would almost guarantee success. An ecosystem that is there to hold your hands, to support you, to guide you, to anchor your investment, to advise you on further enhancement and development, to integrate you when the time comes with the commercial bank and larger scale opportunity, to build you into that cluster mechanism. The development bank also is building ground up. We are building from the grassroots up. It is not a top-down approach. That is why you will see cabinet members, different mentors and leaders in the community, leaders in businesses, going around the country to have cluster meetings, bringing clusters of persons together. Clusters of persons together so that we can discuss ideas, we can discuss strategies, we can bring similar projects together so you can have shared experience. You will have that mentorship that is critical for the success of small and medium-sized enterprises. Just like the model that we built with the small shade house out of Tiger Bay. The success of that model, how we will replicate these successes, how we'll integrate the type of ideas and businesses with our national development, our economic transformation, and the diversification that is taking place at a community level, at the investment level. All of that would work together in supporting the development of the businesses under the Guyana Development Bank. It's about building resilience, not just creating a one-off opportunity, but helping you to build resilience in the development of that opportunity. And I must say to all those who will be pursuing their initiatives under the Guyana Development Bank, that this requires hard work. Yes, it will require you to put in the time, work hard. There is no easy way out. Nothing comes with a layback approach. Success comes with hard work, with selfless sacrifice, with commitment, understanding what is at stake, being patient. You can't expect to take a loan today, although it's interest-free and collateral-free, and the next day you will double it. You have to be patient about your investment, developing patience, understanding the importance of patience in this strategy, in this process of business development and empowerment. Patience and hard work are essential elements or pillars of creating a winning strategy, of creating winners. If you want to be a winner, you have to be patient. You have to work hard. You have to be dedicated. You have to be committed. You have to put in the time. You can't sleep your way to success. You have to be awake. Only when you're awake, you'll be able to spot opportunity. You have to be on that business and in that business all the time. Small businesses require dedicated time, not delegated time. Dedicated time by the small business owner themselves. You can't believe you've arrived because you're now developing a business and believe you can delegate the responsibilities of running that business. You have to, at the inception, dedicate your time, your energy, your patience, your value system has to reflect a positive mindset for success. And I'm talking to my brothers and sisters in Guyana as president on this matter because I want you to be prepared. I want you to understand that when we placed this in the manifesto, we knew that for the success of this bank, we have to also change mindset. We have to understand the value system behind success. And that is why we want good mentors, mentors who are successful, mentors who have proven their worth, to be by your side, trainers that will be there with you, cluster heads that will be there with you. Because we want to also build clusters that will help to scale up opportunities. And we are going to ensure that we back those opportunities by policies, by programs, by extension services, technical services. It's an all-in approach, all of government, incorporating and leveraging the experiences of the private sector, the experiences of community leaders, the experience of the commercial banks who are fully on board with us on this journey of building prosperity. The Development Bank would, of course, empower communities through investment in families, investment in individuals. One of the important aspects of this Development Bank, it gives us the opportunity now to invest in the talent, the creativity, the ideas of every Guyanese. You may have an artist with a creative idea. You may have someone with a good storyline for a short film. How do we invest in that? You might have someone like we saw in Batavia, who started with one pair of livestock and now have 80 to 90 heads of animals. That is how development operates. The patience of watching and taking care of that too to grow to 80, 90. Moving within 18 months from small scale to large scale. The small little shade house outside on Main Street that now generates approximately $240,000 every month. It calls for commitment, hard work. And I don't want us to ever believe that this does not require hard work. The success of the individuals, the families, the small businesses that will benefit from the business Guyana Development Bank requires hard work. We have to build a culture of hard work, build a culture of sacrifice, build a culture of patience. That is what is going to make us successful individually, at the community level, and of course, at the national level. So the bank allows us to invest in talent, invest in ideas. And it allows us, of course, in securing a path towards economic transformation through investment, through the broadening of access to credit, and importantly, the role of mentorship. Mentorship is essential, and mentorship is a foundational pillar through which the Development Bank will grow and will support the success of your venture. So I'm going to now talk to you a bit about the organizational structure, because I want all of Guyana to be ready and be prepared. Whilst the law is in Parliament, the legislation is in Parliament, we are already setting all of these things in place so that we are ready to move forward as soon as the legal and administrative mechanism are fully in place. I want also now to move towards educating the public of how the organizational structure will function and how it is integrated from bottom up. And you will see in that organizational structure a seamless approach of bridging success, bridging ideas with success, longevity, resilience, and sustainability for growth in the long term. Let's take a walk through the organizational structure. As I alluded to earlier, the structure of the Guyana Development Bank is geared towards continuous support. This structure is bottom up, and the entire structure speaks to a hand-holding exercise. Support, mentorship is built throughout the structure, and the structure also speaks about the future, how the development bank will be integrated into opportunities that can be scaled up, or the expansion of businesses into the future. So, of course, we'll have a board that will deal with the policies and govern the bank. You'll have a CEO, the credit officers. Every single region will have credit officers, and these credit officers will not be there in suit. These credit officers will be in the field, working with you, helping you in the development of your idea, checking on projects, supporting the framework of what you're trying to achieve. So the credit officer job is to facilitate the application process. That, of course, goes to the financial analyst, and then it goes upward for approval. Important in this, if you notice, all of these activities is supported by facilitators. Facilitators that will be in the region, helping to guide, helping to support, helping to develop the management capacity, capability, helping to flesh out ideas, helping to what we will say, not create ideas, but to sharpen the ideas, helping to sharpen the ideas. Important to this is in areas, let us say we go to an area and you have 10 persons interested in pig farming. Then you bring them together in a cluster. The cluster is then supported by a facilitator. It's supported through mentorship. Here is where we'll have large-scale farmers. We'll have business leaders, religious leaders, helping in the mentorship of the clusters, in the mentorship of the individuals who are going to take these loans, helping in financial literacy, helping in the training in financial literacy. So we'll have an entire team that will be supporting the borrowers in financial literacy, in financial management, in mentorship, in business development, in promotion, in marketing, in integration into other government support system and mechanism to help them grow their businesses. So this is the foundation upon which the entire system rests. Part of that mentorship, financial inclusion, and the facilitator role is to bring together common businesses. For example, you may have a number of businesses in a particular area that are interested in ecotourism or tourism or restaurants or food processing or packaging. We have to bring them together so that the facilitator can help them when we have training programs. We can identify common training programs that will benefit all of them and help them through other initiatives and programs of the government. And that is the role of this facilitator, central to everything. Not only about the development of the idea, but identifying other opportunities in government that help to enable the borrower in their skill set, help to support them with the necessary training that is required to ensure that they are successful. Then we come to this aspect of the structure. As you grow, as I said, there are many examples of persons growing. You may very well now need to move to a larger scale project that requires more capital. Here is where the sector specialists will come in. Let us say, for example, and this is a real example because mentors are already talking to persons in Region 9. We have about 40 young persons in Region 9 who want to do onion production. The facilitators are already reaching out to the Ministry of Agriculture Extension Office to help them to build out their capacity, help them to build out from a technical perspective this project. Now those 30 persons will come to a cluster with a facilitator coordinating all of the available services to that cluster, the mentorship, the financial inclusion. But then, after a year of production, they might decide we need now to graduate to having transport and logistics in our business, or to expand from 100 acres to 500 acres. Here is where the sector specialists will now come in to advise them on how to right-size that business, how to right-size your capital investment so you're not over-investing in anything. And that is then linked to the technical officers who will help you. So it's not only developing you as a small business owner and leaving you there. It's staying with you, walking alongside you, and helping you to grow and graduate into long-term success, sustainability, and resilience. That is why I said that this is the jump start. This is that first ignition that would allow you to rev that engine and move forward on a long journey. That is why this structure takes into consideration that support mechanism that exists in all of government, in all of the sectors. We already have these specialists sitting there and waiting. They now will be incorporated from their sectors to give that specialist advice, goes to the technical officer, and then we help you. The relationship between the technical officer and the commercial bank. We're not leaving you alone to go to the commercial bank. We are going to support you with the technical services. We're going to support you with the specialist services. We're going to support you with the technical services to get to the commercial bank, to scale up your business, to expand your business, and to grow from where you'd have started. So this is in a nutshell the structure that we're envisioning. This is a structure that we're going to put in place. And throughout the structure, the beautiful thing about this structure is that it allows growth, it allows success, it allows resilience, it allows sustainability, it allows scaling up of opportunity, it allows building of cluster, it allows all of government to be integrated. It is supported by mentorship, hand-holding, support mechanism. It is not leaving someone alone when the loan application is processed. It is a continuity through the journey of your business development and business life. And even after the loan is repaid, then you're in a better position to expand. The relationship does not end. We then help to guide you through the existing structure to get to the commercial bank for those scaled up opportunities. So this is how the structure will work for you. This is a great idea, now moving to an ambitious vision. But we have studied development bank in Asia, in Europe, all over. And we have tried to come up with a simplified version of a development bank that is rooted in support, rooted in hand-holding, rooted in mentorship, rooted in financial inclusion, rooted in empowerment, and rooted in the ability to support the movement of success into greater success and greater business opportunity. And this is really the product of our own product, our own model that we are putting out there. Having studied all of the model, the technical personnel who supported this, the policy makers at the cabinet level, we all studied and looked at a Guyana model that would allow success and guarantee success, and a Guyana model that will be replicated by other countries. So we look forward to serving you in the Guyana Development Bank. This is for the people. This is the fulfillment of one of our manifesto promises. I would say one of the strong pillars of our manifesto promise. This is not about cash grant. This is far more. This is building long-term income prosperity into the lives of thousands of Guyanese families from the first instance when we launch the operations. So please, make good use of this opportunity. We are here to support you from the top all the way down to the sectorial level. The entire system is here to walk this journey with you. God bless you. I wish you all good luck. Remember what I said earlier. Hard work, commitment, cornerstone for success. Cornerstone for success. There's no shortcut. There's no shortcut to this. It requires dedication from all of us to ensure the success of every borrower. God bless you. Have a great remainder of this afternoon and evening.